Greetings all who are around this world, and welcome to Improv D&D. We are the Quest Bros. You guys can check us out on YouTube. We are recording this panel, so if you don't want to be on camera, this is a very audience-heavy participation thing. So if you don't want to be on camera or on our YouTube channel, probably don't come up here. This is D&D for people who have played their entire life, but this is also D&D for people who have never played before. There's going to be something for everyone here today. The way this is going to work, as you see, we have 4 spots up here. We are going to have three people in a party: a fighter, a magic user, and a healer, up against a villain, all which is going to contain members of the audience, you guys. We are going to audition for these roles. I know audition sounds like a scary word, but it's not going to be. I'm going to ask a question for each role. Then, if you want to audition for that role, you're going to raise your hand, and you're going to come up here. We're going to pick 4 people, and the audience, you guys, are going to cheer for the answer you like the most. Now, I don't want serious answers. They put a sign on the door that says no one else is allowed to enter. You know what that means, though? None of you can leave. You're stuck. Good, thanks. I heard one yay. So again, I don't want serious answers. So, for example, the fighter, your question is going to be, what is your greatest weapon? Now, again, I don't want to hear about a +2 axe that you got from a wizard from slaying a dragon. I want to hear stupid stuff. I want to hear silly stuff. We had one kid who came up here one year, and he said he could summon Minecraft zombies. We had someone who could have an axe, a great axe made of frosting that when you hit people, it gave them diabetes. I want stuff like that. Stuff like on that, like little craziness and like fun. But remember, this is we're pushing PG-13, so if you're gonna have an innuendo, make sure none of the kids here understand it. So, any questions so far? Great, that means I'm doing a good job. So, we're gonna start auditioning for the fighter. We're gonna pick 4 people. Again, your question is, what is your greatest weapon? So, if you would like to audition for the fighter, raise your hand, and it's not gonna be me picking, Jared.
Oh no, you put this on me again?
He's going to pick 4 people, so don't look at me. But make sure you have a creative answer, and then you can come up with creative things for the rest of the show. All right, give a round of applause to these people who are great enough for this class. You don't have to be buried in the corner.
He does bite. Careful.
Thank you. Sorry, I got really distracted by your comment, and it threw me off. All right, fighter number 1, what is your greatest weapon?
I have a pipe wrench that I stole from some drug addict, but it's
All right, there you go. Good start. Fighter number 2, what's your greatest weapon?
I plan on using my feet.
Yeah, family friendly way. Is it weird that that's not the first time someone has come up with that answer? Okay.
2 for 2.
Fighter number 3, what's your greatest weapon?
I like to say all natural phalanges, personally.
For people that don't know, that's your fingers. Fighter number 4, what's your greatest weapon?
I have an icicle dagger that melts every 5 minutes.
It melts every 5. So are there multiple?
Yeah. No, I have to read.
Oh, okay, you got it. Okay. All right, so you, the audience, are going to cheer for which one you enjoy the most. So, cheer. All right, who wants fighter number 1? Fighter number 2? I'm glad enough for this. Fighter number 3? I'm pretty sure you got pity claps, I'm sorry. And fighter number 4? I think it's between 2 and 4. All right, 1 and 3 go sit down. Thank you. Let's do this one more time.
That was a good run.
All right. Hold it in. Take a breath. You're all going to go one more time. Fighter number 2? Fighter Fighter number 4.
Other than the one guy whistling really loud.
DM, you 2? Fighter number 2, come on up, you get it. You get some free stuff to come up there. Also, one thing I forgot to say, if you do come up here, we have badge ribbons. We have special gold ones that you can have. And don't worry, if you don't come up here, we have white ones too to give away at the end if you subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're paying for it. But yeah, so there are some little incentives. All right, next we are questioning for the magic user. Simple question, put your hands down. You don't know the question.
Right, I think how this is.
Your question is, what is your greatest spell? Again, I don't want fireball, I don't want thunderclap. I want a ray that you shoot at people that makes their socks slightly damp. I want something like that, something creative, something funny. This is improv. I give a round of applause for these magic users. I haven't got the roll yet. Alright, magic user number 1, what's your greatest spell?
Summoning a feral throwing cat.
Throwing.
Her name happens to be Buttercup. Just putting that out
Does
there.
that help or make it worse? I don't know.
There's so much
It
more.
makes it worse. Makes it worse.
Magic user number 2, what's your greatest spell?
A laser beam that makes people sing horribly off key.
I'm a music major, so that kind of hits me personally. Magic user number 3, what is your greatest spell?
I can give a psych eval with 60% accuracy.
Alright, I'm gonna just move on. Magic user number 4, what's your greatest spell?
Instant Brazilian wax.
Do I even go through this audition process? Alright. Who wants magic user number 1? Magic user number 2? Magic user number 3?
Oh yeah!
I gotta plug my ears. Magic user number 4? Don't hurt yourselves. I'm not liable. Thank you for coming up. Alright, time for another shameless plug. So, Quest Bros is sponsored by Robin's Nerd Supplies. You probably have seen them in the booth. Check them out if you have. It's still 30 minutes after. But if you don't, we have a 10% discount code that you can use on the website and get 10% off anything in their store. So check out Robin's Nerds, use code Quest Bros, check out shameless plug. Let's move on. Thank you for that single clap. Alright, we're auditioning now for the healer. Your question is, what is the greatest injury that you have ever healed? Keep it PG-13. Alright, give another round of applause for our Alright, healer number 1, what is the greatest injury you've healed?
The emotional void in someone's heart.
Yeah. Magic. Now, healer number 2. What is the greatest injury you feel?
Terminal case of the
How do you do it? You play to the crowd. Healer number 3. What's the greatest injury you've ever healed?
Their torso got cut in half, and I healed them with a fish with slimy feet.
Very specific. It seems like it wasn't made up. It seems too serious, too realistic. Healer number 4. What's the greatest injury you've ever healed?
Somebody who got an egg thrown at their toe.
I don't get up here for, if you want, healer number 1. Healer number 2. Healer number 3. And healer number 4. I zoned out. Yeah.
Like 2 or 4.
2 or 4. All right, 1 and 3, go sit down. We're gonna do it again for 2 and 4. Yes, great job. Thank you for being brave enough to do that.
I'll be honest, I don't get the egg thing either, but there's some passionate people about it.
We're gonna learn today.
Oh, the
All right.
excellent hat. The hat.
Oh, excellent. Well, in fact, I'm also dyslexic.
You got it.
Of the mouth.
Now spell it.
All right, let's hear if you want healer number 2. Healer number 4. The length was 4, but I think the volume was 2.
Kinda, yeah. I don't know. Should we have them roll?
Rolling. Rolling.
Highest
All right.
number gets it?
Highest number gets it.
Why is it bouncing?
15. It's going. It's still going. It's still going. 20! And that's the show, everyone. Thank you. All right.
I'm okay with this.
You have to be. We're stuck with it now. Our final role. Not our final role. Yeah, our final role is the villain. You're evil because you're already putting your hand up. You don't even know the question. No, I didn't. I'm just putting you on blast. I'm putting you out in front of everyone. All right. The villain. Your question is, what is the evilest thing you've ever done? All right. Give a round of applause for the potential villain. I'm mixing it up. I'm starting on this side. I hope you're ready to go first. Villain number 1. What is the evilest thing you've ever done?
I've killed somebody's Minecraft dog and burned their house down.
I'm scared. That's messed up. You did.
All right, villain number 2. What is the evilest thing you've ever done?
And a bunch of rocks. Because there's nothing evil than gaining consciousness.
All right, villain number 3. What's the evilest thing you've ever done?
I cured someone's dyslexia, but only for a day.
It's probably the day I didn't need it either. And villain number 4. What is the evilest thing you've ever done?
I let my demon slaves, not in that way, run free through New York for an hour.
That would have worked really well if it was 18 plus. All right, let's hear it for villain number 1. Villain number 2. Villain number 3. Villain number 4. Number 2. Come on. All right, so that is the audition process. Don't worry, it's still going to be entertaining and exciting for you guys up here. So you 3 leaving, you're missing out. The way this is going to work, we encourage heckling. You guys are still going to help participate in the... Never mind, you guys can't swear. Choice words. All right, but for you up here on stage, as you can see, there are no character sheets, there are no spell cards, there's nothing. Everything is up to your imagination. That is where the improv comes in. All you have in front of you is a d20. Our GM will ask you to do something, and you're gonna roll. And if it's high, great. It's probably gonna happen. If it's low, sucks to suck. That is the short and simple of it. Does anyone have any questions? All right. And yes, I am not your DM. I know you would love for me to continue to talk up here. Right?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Those people I paid $20.
I'm unpaid. I'm also not
Then I gave $20 to a random person. So I'm going to pass the mic over to our DM who has, how many years of experience you have at this point? 15 years? 15 years of DMing. So he's way more qualified than I am. But before we get our adventure, we need a location. So I'm going to pass it to Dan, and he's going to help us find a location.
How's it going, everyone? All right, I'm gonna have everyone just make as much noise as you can to start this off, and let's see to know how much you love Westeros! So now I'm gonna have everyone just go ahead, shout out a place. Usually it starts in the tavern, that's boring. So you just say anywhere you want us to go. We start off the adventure in the good, sweet state of Indiana. And there, at an animal hospital, the party was locked in a freezer. And as you guys start to wake up from consciousness, you realize it's freaking cold. I mean, you guys gotta get out somehow, so we'll start with the fighter. You're cold, locked in the freezer. Animals also in there. We'll not focus on that fact. It is an animal hospital. What do you do?
Well, I begin to use the mic. Oh, I use the mic. I first begin to use the mic. Secondly, I begin to wrap my most precious items, my feet, so I don't get cold feet. Which would give me a -1 on all feet attacks.
Roll.
13.
You look around and you find nothing to cover your bare feet. So you rip your shirt off in a fit of rage. And now you're a little chilly. But your feet are good. You look over and you see the mage and the healer who just look at you like, what are you doing? Aruga! Your shoes are right over there.
You guys let me know if you want me to feed our way out of here.
Mage. Sorry, they only gave us 3 mics.
I mean, in classic spellcaster fashion, I think the only response to being in a
I didn't tell you how big the freezer was.
I don't care how big the freezer
Roll. 10. Muster up any magic you have left, and you throw a fireball in the middle of the room, knocking every one of your party back. They're all like singed, burnt a little bit. The door is blown open, and everyone's like, ah. The fighter looks down, his feet, the rags he had tied them in, on fire.
At least the door's open.
Smoke burns. Unbeknownst to why that happened, it's just a big flash came out of nowhere. Professional. Thank you, thank you. What would you like to do? Gil.
I'd like to take an egg out of my back pocket.
Oh my gosh. I forgot your whole healing thing was throwing eggs at feet.
Crack it over them?
Oh. I guess roll, but like, I hope you roll low. We'll get there.
On my feet, please.
11.
So you crack an egg over the feet, and the fire from the feet start to cook the egg. Nobody said you were good at cooking, so I mean, you try making an omelet, and it comes out more like a souffle somehow, and you're like, that makes no sense, but I'll take it. And you walk over to the corner and you start eating your souffle, and like, I mean, the feet are still on fire, but you're at least you're eating, right?
The souffle.
I would have left after that one too. Villain, you hear throughout the halls of your animal hospital the explosion of the door getting blasted off its hinges. And you know by the distinct sound of how this floor hit the hallway floor, how the door hit the hallway floor. Dyslexic, give me a break. You know it was the freezer. How you do? I don't know. I don't know. But you do. What do you do? Maybe.
Can I approach the freezer?
Yeah, sure, of course. So you're starting to approach the freezer. You see the doors on the ground.
Why'd you guys break my freezer?
Well, we were inside of it.
Yeah, I know. I put you in there, remember? Well, I guess you don't, but I put you in there. See, I had this whole thing. I put you in the freezer so that you would lose consciousness, and then I would wake you up like way later.
If you don't want us to break your freezer, then why did you put us in there?
Because you were supposed to freeze. Hence the name, freezer. But like, we're people. This is an animal shelter. Why are you putting people in your freezer at the animal shelter, man? Like, because no one suspects it. Also, what happened to your shoes? You definitely had shoes when I put you in there.
We may have set them on fire. It's neither here nor there. Anyways,
The shoes clearly not on fire, sitting in the corner. We're gonna kick them off while he was unconscious. Damn foot prisons.
I'm sorry, did you just break my freezer and then ask if I wanted an omelet?
As the cleric's clearly eating a souffle.
we're gonna leave.
Beef play.
We're gonna get out of here. I walk towards the exit.
Dylan?
Someone help.
They're escaping. Their organs are trying to be sold or something. I don't know. Why did you go in the freezer?
I would like to turn a bunch of rocks into people to help me.
Roll. What'd you roll?
17.
For whatever reason, in this random animal hospital freezer, there was a stack of rocks. In Indiana. Sorry.
Head rocks.
That makes a lot more sense. The villain snaps their fingers. And the rocks immediately just start start screaming. Ah! Ah! Why did you do this to us? What is happening? Why is it so cold? All in unison, like they're all thinking the same thing. And then they just get super aggressive for no reason. They knock over the bucket that they're in, and they just start charging, specifically at the feet. You monster!
At this moment, I activate Feet of Fury. I begin to use an action. I use an action to caress my feet that allows me to attack with both feet for 3 turns.
Roll.
A 4.
First try.
There's a reason why there's a term, go kick stones, or go kick rocks, if you would. You do this little happy dance. You caress your feet, and you kick that rock, and you stub your toe so bad! And somehow, no matter how hard you kick, no matter what angle you kick, you keep stubbing your pinky toe over and over. You're like, how does that? You back up and you hit your pinky toe on the counter. You're like, this is the worst day of my life right now. The rocks continue to attack you relentlessly. Mage is not going well for your fighter.
No.
Wax the rocks.
Uncast the mortifying idea of being known on the rocks. Just put them further into an existential crisis.
Go ahead and roll.
That's a 2.
You go and start casting your magic. And instead of making the rocks more aware of the extra existential crisis that they're in, you make the fighter's feet sensitive.
Again? This isn't your first rodeo.
The fighter's feet screams out, "What is happening? Stop kicking the rocks!" Ah! They're in so much pain. And now the whole freezer is filled with screams of rocks and feet. That's a sentence you'll never hear a second time. How's your supply?
A little cold.
You are in a freezer. What would you like to do?
I want to let all the animals out of the cages.
You're in a hospital. They're in there to be healed.
It's a fake hospital.
You start going, you leave the freezer, and you look, and you find the cages, and you start letting out the animals out of their cages, and you see as dogs and cats like limping out of their dragging their back legs, like all confused, looking for food and water, and not knowing where to go. It's a really sad sight. You find a couple birds, and the birds can't do anything because they're like all medicated, so they're just like falling out of their cages. How many more ways can I describe animals? We should start playing that one song that's on those commercials.
Donate today.
Dylan, what more evil can you do?
Dylan.
Why is there a walk-in
For the medicine and illegal things like locking people in there and harvesting organs.
Did you put us in the morgue? Are we in the animal morgue?
Let the bodies out of their cages.
Why else would there be a freezer? Let's be real here.
I just said medicine.
But Like a freezer big enough for like 3 people?
I need a lot of medicine.
Your illicit activities.
I like how the heroes are questioning it now. Not why were we in the freezer? Why is there a freezer? Like hospitals don't have them.
Freezer this big.
Dylan, how much are you selling the medicine for?
Villain.
All right, I would like to cast a spell on the piles of dog and cat food that I obviously have in the animal hospital.
Of course.
And just have them launch it at the heroes.
It's spraying food.
It's a 5.
You shake your hands, and the magic shakes the food off the shelves, but it doesn't launch as far as you were hoping. The poor, confused, and hurt animals. Look, everyone's hating this. They look up as they see these bags of dog food fall on them. You just hear the whimpers of like 1,000 animals throughout the hallway.
How big is this hospital?
There's not much there. Big enough for
I mean, we're in like what, Gary, Indiana? There's really not much going on there.
The hospital's one big room, and it's like half the room's the freezer. Fuck fire.
There's also the gun shop in front.
Yeah.
Subway stash.
Your feet are sentient. Rocks are attacking your feet, which are also sentient.
What are your feet's names?
Name the feet.
Lefty and righty.
Classic. And the whimpers of injured animals can be heard throughout the entirety of the
What's the villain's name?
Dylan.
Susan.
Damn it, Susan!
Susan, you act with the wrong feet. I use my fantastic feats and where to find them. That gives me a +5 on tripping people from a distance, and I attempt to trip the villain.
Roll.
Knocking prone. That's a nat 20.
Villain, Susan. You hear Lefty and Righty's voices seemingly like whisper in your right and left ear. It freaks you out a little bit, and you start to stumble over your own feet, and you can see the fighter, even though they're like 40 feet away. They like, and you fall hard. You land with a great thud that knocks another bag of dog food down onto you. And one of the injured dogs crawls over and starts eating the dog food that landed on you.
Get footed.
That was the worst superhero line I've ever heard in my life. It's like Deadpool going, I'm gonna die. Right there. There's evil.
I'll save it. Pretend I only heard that.
That is so bad. That's awesome.
Nobody likes get footed. Nobody.
It's a good start.
Mage. Spellcaster. You're doing great. Sorry, there's no karmic dice roll in improv, but I mean, you can do anything.
It is true. So the villain, Susan's still on the ground, right? She hasn't gotten back up.
Yeah.
I'd like to cast.
Yeah, that's true too.
I'd like to cast and conjure a comedic banana peel Right in front of where she's gonna get up. You can hear the slipping sound effect. That's what's gonna happen if this works. It'll be a good feeling.
Rolls.
Come on. That's a 7. That's a 7. Sorry. Oh. It's still bad. It's not gonna save me here.
The banana peel is placed there for comedic effect. That's all I will say. The anticipation is so much worse.
Is it really? It probably is. I'm not gonna lie.
Heal it. Tis your chance. I mean, I feel like everything you've tried to do and set out to do, you've done, so.
Yeah.
Low rolls,
It's the most
despise
beautiful.
the fact.
I want to try to heal the animals that have died, so we're going to
That
have
have
80%.
Well, if you get a bunch of food, it's not done. That is true.
Yeah, if you drop a 40-pound bag on the chihuahua, that thing's dead.
Yeah, close to death.
No, those things are pretty ask aid of forgiveness, and
Free crushed chickens in
Roll to heal the animals.
you're a horrible person if you don't do it. What is it? 10.
I think we're far past the
The
idea of
animals.
people.
Do it for the animals.
Do it for the animals!
Take the animals.
Do I allow it for the animals? Wow, that's like a solid 50-50.
Yeah.
Just like that Nat 10. Almost like it's planned. I see all you evil people out there. I love you. So, what's your favorite animal?
Ferrets.
Yay!
All the cats are healed. None of the dogs, none of the parrots, none of the birds, and especially not the parrots. But as they have new life in some cases, and others now are able to run and jump and whatever, much as the generous crowd has mentioned to me, there is a bunch of ferrets and birds that the cats just lick their chops to. When they start chasing all those animals, you hear the squeaks and the chirps as they grab and yank them around the rest of the hospital. It becomes an entire bloodbath. Half the crowd's like, please, villain, save the ferrets.
This is your animal hospital! Right?
The villains, now we know.
It is your turn.
What am I even supposed to do with this?
Some force.
Yeah, I would start with getting up.
Don't look where you're getting up.
Don't look. Don't do that. That would be silly. Observe.
Summon an elephant.
Oh yeah, because that's gonna help. All right, I would like to try and levitate everything in the room except for myself and the horribly injured animals, which thank you so much.
Oh.
Seven.
You start focusing your spell, but you struggle because every piece of kibble there is just too much for you to handle. So really, you just try your best lifting up the animals. And as you do, Some of those animals are the birds and ferrets that the cats are holding on to. There's a whole other side of this entire combat that's going on. You're kicking stones, and they're dealing with the animals being loose. I wonder who let them out in the first place. That's crazy. Man, the villain is really something else. Fighter. It's not going well. I mean, you did trip up the villain, who never levitated themselves off the ground. Just all the injured animals. So they're still laying on the ground.
I'd like to do a full-on charge towards Susan to take advantage of her prone position.
Okay?
Feet don't fail me down. 4.
Full charge at Susan. 1 foot, 2 foot. Your feet start screaming out like a war cry. Charge! As you're running on them. You run and you step. You see Susan, you lock eyes, and you hear, woo! All the way across. And your eyes are still locked on Susan. And you fall out of the window.
Why is there a window and a freezer?
Susan? Yeah.
Susan has a very strange taste in architecture. She's very interesting in her planning skills.
That's an
did a lot of meditating.
I didn't notice it was Dr.
Nate, it is your turn to make more chaos.
Okay, so you just fell out a window. Susan's still on the ground.
The animals are floating. The rocks are screaming for vengeance.
Yeah, what are you doing right now? We.
She's flavoring the soupe with the blood at the end.
Trying to stop the cats from eating more of her favorite animals.
Good souffle.
Oh my gosh, can I try and catch our lovely foot fighter by the feet? and try and bring them back into the room, please? Because I don't think it's gonna end well if someone falls out that window. It's just gonna be good now. Watch it. Oh my god! What'd you call it? Well,
Nat 1. For a solid,
His feet are gone.
for a solid 6 seconds, you forget that you even have spells. You're like, fighter, I'll catch you! And you jump out of the window. You start to realize, holy crap, this is a really, really, really long fall. Are we on the only hill in Louisiana? Indiana, sorry. Indiana.
we know Indiana.
You look down before you start falling.
And how to spell Indiana.
The highest fall in Indiana is like a 3-story building. Maybe. Yeah. Solid maybe.
Unrealistic setting. I'm no longer immersed.
I ruined the immersion. Healer. Healer. Good luck. What would you like to do?
Can I throw these sentient rocks at Susan?
Roll. Six. You start picking up the rocks and they start biting your hands. And you start chucking them immediately as you get them, but you're not able to aim at all. You're chucking way over through that weird window in the freezer. You're going over. You hit a ferret.
What's wrong with you?
It's the worst day of your life. You look at that window like an interesting option. You're like, it can't get much worse. Susan, what would you like to do?
Okay, new plan. I would like to try and freeze time for everything around me except me.
Stand and start button.
No, Arnold. Roll.
Okay, it's better than a 7, it's a 9.
You get yourself time for 9 seconds.
I'm gonna have to start giving them these like 11s and 9s and stuff. I don't think anyone past that nat 20 is rolled above an 11.
15.
You get off from the kibble and you see the banana peel slime. You're like, stupid. You start putting in your headphones, you click your walk boy. Music starts going. And you start running around the entire facility, like pulling the ferrets out of the cat's mouths and starting to set things aside. You like turn and like push the cleric as they're like slowed down, not stopped, but slowed. And you look over and you look out the window and you just laugh to yourself. And you start picking everything up. Fighter, as you slowly fall, you can see the mage jumping for you. And like God reaching out to Adam, the mage is grabbing for your feet. And slowly you start to see the healer's face approach as they're also coming out of the window. You turn around and you look and you just see a plane ready to catch your fall. It's gonna hurt. No, like planes.
All right.
We are in Indiana.
Nice flat bed of corn.
Nice, flat, spiky, sharp bed of corn.
And needles.
And needles.
So if I can, I'd like to see if I can pull both of my party towards me and activate fetal position. Reaction that allows me to mitigate
Save our souls.
Please, no! Okay. With advantage, please.
I'll allow you to roll it again.
Okay,
Get
thank
the
you.
table.
Thank you. All right, appreciate that. 7.
7! You grab your feet and try to take fetal position, but while in the air, you're not able to like position yourself quite right. So even though you're in the fetal position, your head turns. And it's all in slow motion too.
If I'm going down, Susan's coming with us. I would like to cast the instant Brazilian wax of persuasion. She either comes down with us or she gets waxed.
Roll.
Please. No! What is that's an 8.
Man, you guys are getting nothing!
Reroll.
Can I use my instant
I'll allow it.
Okay, I'm gonna stand up. We're gonna get serious. 16.
The mage turns, casting a spell. Brazilian wax! Villain, you feel as you're running around everything in slow motion, all of a sudden, around the crotch region, I'll say, as you get pulled, you know you can fight this and experience the worst pain in your life, or you're going out that window. Cleric. You were just kicked out the window, or pushed out, in slow motion. And you turn to see the villain also getting pulled to the window. What do you do?
Can I cast Not Cool Bro? And
Get myself back into.
Well,
Yeah, not cool, bro. Not cool, bro.
16.
the cleric casts Not Cool Bro and swaps places with you. You are now falling and getting pulled at the same time. What would you like to do?
Things are about to get hairy.
Quite the opposite, actually.
Trying to stop them, that hurt a lot.
No, it would have hurt immensely for a very long time. Slow tear, not the quick.
You're a bad person! It's the pain of the fast pull, but over a long time.
I would like to try to cast Gary freaking Indiana on the
Yeah!
ground and then have it just turn into a very soft cornfield to cushion my fall.
It's not Gary.
Yeah, I like that.
Roll.
Nat 20.
No one can breathe anymore. Is it just your fault or is it everybody's fault?
You cast this spell and make a very dangerous landing zone in which the fighter and the mage land on, injuring themselves fatally. And right as you it becomes the softest possible landing. A bunch of throw pillows from Gary, Indiana. Syringes included. And as you look up, probably high off your mind, you lock eyes with the cleric and know that that will be a rivalry forever to come. Thank you all for. Let's give one more great roaring round of applause. Let's see to each to know how much you enjoyed us. Thank you very much.
All right, let's give a little round of applause for our amazing DM. Thank you all for coming. We would like to get a giant group photo so we can use it for the thumbnail for the video. So if you want to be in the photo, we're going to try and take one real quick.
This is as much space I have to work with, so scoot in. We're all hot and sweaty together.
I want to say Gary, Indiana.
Gary!